This is Sarvinas with your B2B Cambodia Market update for June 17, 2025. The Cambodia Securities Exchange index was up by 0.67 points or 0.16%, closing at 409.76. Total trade volume was down with 130.53 shares changing hands at a total value of 877.7 million real or over 219,000 US dollars. On the main board, 7 stocks were up, only 1 was down and 1 stayed flat. Leading the market today was Pestec Cambodia up 0.74% or 20 reals to 2,710 reals per share, followed by Phnom Penh Water Supply Authority up 0.62% or 40 reals to 6,480 reals per share. Other 5 stocks were also up. Grand Twins International dropped 0.46% or 40 real to 8,660 reals per share, while ChemGSM stayed flat. Over the growth board, both stocks were up. JS Land was up 1.07% or 30 real to 2,830 reals per share, and DBD Engineering was up 0.49% or 10 reals to 2,050 reals per share. Grand Twins International recorded the highest trade volume of the day, with 52,327 shares changing hands at a total value of 448 million real, or over 112,000 US dollars, approximately 40% of Tuesday trade volume. Akleda Bank recorded the second highest trade volume of the day, with 45,930 shares changing hands at a total value of 317 million real or over 79,000 US dollars, or about 35% of June 17th trade volume. Moving on to the exchange rate, the Khmer Real strengthened to 4,005 real per US dollar, while the US dollar index was up to 98.18. Looking at global commodities, oil prices rose on Tuesday, with analysts saying that uncertainty would keep prices elevated, even as there is no concrete signs of any production losses stemming from the Iran-Israel conflict. Brent crude futures climbed 82 cents, or 1.1% to 74.05 US dollars a barrel. US West Texas Intermediate crude was up 77 cents, or 1.1% at 72.54 US dollars. Both contracts rose more than 2% earlier in the trading session, but also notched declines before bouncing back in volatile trading. It's worth noting that Iran is the third largest producer among members of the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries, and there is widespread concern that the fighting could affect exports from there. Additionally, investors are watching for signs. Shipments through the Straits of Hormuz, through which flows about 19 million barrels per day of oil and oil products, may be impacted. Gold rebounded on Thursday as heightened geopolitical uncertainty stemming from Israel-Iran fighting and US President Donald Trump calls to evacuate Tehran led investors to safe haven assets. Spot gold rose 0.3% to 3,392.29 US dollars an ounce, after dropping more than 1% on Monday. US gold futures fell 0.2% to 3,410.90 US dollars. US stock futures were lower on Tuesday morning as investors continued to monitor the conflict between Israel and Iran. At the time of Cambodia's market closing, futures tied to Dow Jones Industrial Average declined 301 points, or 0.7%. S&P 500 futures dropped 0.6%, while Nasdaq 100 futures dipped 0.58%. This was Sarvinas with your B2B Cambodia Market update for June 17, 2025.